Hi, my name's Sabrina. My hair is messed up because I had a blanket over me or a hat. So I'm gonna fix my hair a little bit. But I basically am kind of you know have to talk about sex trafficking. I'm gonna post this on Facebook for them to understand. Whoever's my friend, I only have like 5 friends on my list who I trust, who trust enough to actually say something to the public. Um, so for one thing, I'm gonna take back all the homemaker money that I paid, I believe 3 weeks ago. I'm taking it all back. Yeah, I'm taking it all back. The homemaker money, I believe I paid a lot of homemakers trillions of dollars, and so actually I'm gonna take it all back uh, because they didn't transfer me. They didn't transfer me to get any food. So I have a problem with that. Big problem. So I have a huge problem, especially letting my um, family rob me of my money. Really. So I'm taking all the money back. Also, um, I want to talk about also sex trafficking. I was sex trafficked as a child from like 2 years old all the way to 9 years old. When I showed up here after foster care, I was actually you know, trying to be safe and had to get out of the sex trafficking area, which is the reservation over at Quinault Indian Nation. This is my report on my own investigation. I'm going to solve my own case right now. I'm going to post this on YouTube, and first YouTube, then Facebook. So the investigation results, I'm going to be my own judge. I'm going to send people to prison. I'm going to name names, such as that. Names, for sure. So I was sex trafficked. Uh, I was for the first 2 years of my life. I lived in Chehalis, Washington, where I was born, and so I was sex trafficked from 2 years old to believe like 9 years old, and then also 9 years old is when I basically had to get healing. I had to escape being a child. I had to escape the system, so my file was never lost. They have all my files. Also, I'm pretty negative stuff too. Yeah, really negative stuff. I don't really care to read them, but they're pretty negative, and I just didn't do the negative stuff. It was pretty terrible for sure. So I didn't know what I didn't want to go and think there, but also, anyways, so I was here at 9 years old, and I didn't think I'd get attacked again by someone down the street. Uh, so I got they took a long time. He took a long time to actually come up to me to even say anything to me. I was 19 years old. He didn't know I had a traumatizing life. Um, yeah, I've been horribly sex trafficked growing up, even here. Then it started to continue as he started to stalk me. Um, After the family goings and the great fun time that we had as kids, trying to heal from the traumatization of sex trafficking days. Basically, when it all ended when Grandma and Grandpa got here. They're part of this sex trafficking um, thing that they have in the Philippines and also around the world. Basically, there was a lot of pornoism, porno magazines, porno movies in the room of their room, which is right here where Jojo and Veronica live. So there was a lot of porno stuff going on. It was really gross. It traumatized all of us kids. Even to It was actually my mom's husband's mom and dad. So also it all started again. We all started getting depressed here. I started thinking about it's gonna happen again. So ever since then, I've been protecting myself, and I had to escape the home. I had to evacuate the home, and I had to figure out all on my own. It took me many years. My goal was to graduate high school first. So I graduated high school, and I was enrolled in Oral Roberts University, I believe, at when I first wanted to go over when I was 16 years old. I been studying at Oral Roberts University, and I do a very good job. And also, when I graduated, I believe just in the year 2022, I'm the year 2023 because of the leap year or whatever. But I'll just say that. Just I'll explain later. So basically, at the year 2021, I got in a car accident. That's how I know January 1st, 2021. I looked at my phone. I was keeping track of time over when I lived in Montesano with the Grace Harbor Domestic Violence Center. Um, After 2020 was over, we had the New Year's, everything. New Year 2021. So, anyways, I was over at Montesano. I was, and then also, um, the Grace Harbor Domestic Violence Center and couldn't find me an apartment. It was quite astounding. After my background and everything, the it was terrible. So, anyways, with the sex trafficking, it continued on. Uh, it started again in my teenage years when I was as the stalking continued on when I was like I believe it was when I was grandma and grandpa were here when I was 13 years old. So 13 years old. So when I was in seventh grade, I had the time of my life on my first day of school in seventh grade. We were carefree. We had fun on the first day of school, but that's the day they came back, and I actually was traumatized because I really didn't want to see them. I didn't want to really deal with them because they all started right there. They were looking at me funny, really gross. I didn't like the way they were looking at me. Really, I really didn't. So I actually had to move on and actually think about this because they weren't very friendly. They didn't say much. They didn't even speak English. They didn't even have a healthy conversation with me. Nothing. So basically, I moved on, and then also they thought I was healed up, and they thought they could re-abuse. Um, so I wasn't healed up because of the look. Yeah, I'm that sensitive. I'm that sensitive. This was back in the 90s, and so basically, what happened was that it hap- they started to try to sex trafficking me, and then also when I like had to protect myself, I did. I did everything I could. I even walked away from poly. Was every day for school, graduated high school. Then I moved away from the home at 18 years old. I was not healed yet of the sex trafficking days when I was a child, of all the molestation and rape and pornoism in the Tohola house over at Tohola, Washington. So, anyways, I'm there, but we don't go there. I don't like going there. And I vowed to myself to never work for a criminal Indian nation due to the fact that I've been so traumatized at the home of Sarah and James Serrano at the Tohola, Washington house. So, anyways, when I like went over and uh, okay, so I moved away at 18, and then I started having a little bit of freedom. I had my own money, had a nice payee who was actually professional enough to show up every week to give me my money for my food. I'd go out and buy my food, and I'd go out and buy my hygiene products, and also keep myself um, oh, pretty clean, and also eating my meals, and then taking medication. But the medication was making me gain weight like super fast, super quick, fast, really fast. It was that fast. I gained weight 100 pounds in 1 year, uh, and got taller. I'm 5'6", and also I gained 100 pounds when I was like 120 pounds when I was 18 years old. I gained 100 pounds, so I was like 220 when I was 19 years old. 220 pounds. Um, it was a problem with the mental health system. I told them that I can't take mental health medication because it makes me gain weight. And then I got so fed up with the doctors not listening to me. And I want to sue Dr. Trushel for that, not listening to me and my what I have to say. Also, I want to talk to uh so when I finally stopped taking the medications, Zyprexa and then Seroquel, and then also all the other ones they would give me like lithium and all that gross stuff that make you gain weight. Just terrible, awful, completely awful. Anyways, um, they basically so I was 18. I moved out to Evergreen Housing, which is a group home, and I stayed there for a long time, about 1 year. And so at 19, I contacted my friend Jennifer Highland, and we had a good time. She's an eyewitness account. So we basically were feeling like we're teenagers. We didn't want to grow too quick to be an adult. So we basically we moved on from like going out and going shopping and stuff like that. So we like basically I had cash, but she had no job. Her husband had a job. She had a car. Basically, she'd just give me rides and stuff if I need to go somewhere. And then also, at 19 years old, I didn't wanted to move, so I moved over to this one lady's house, which is Ted Jennifer Howland's grandma's house, and her name was Miss Sherman. So I stayed there for a little bit, and I didn't think no one even talked to me anywhere, just except for Jennifer. She never hardly visited me either. I don't know why, but I didn't. I was quite naive at 19, so they thought I was healed up. They thought they could re-abuse me again. Yeah, really, they thought they could really re-abuse me again. So, anyways, Miss Sherman was trying to act like she could keep me at the house to be for her um, son who was in prison. I don't know his name. I really don't. I didn't want anyone from prison. So I moved out eventually. But before I moved out, I met Paul Anthony Whistlehunt there at the house. Oh, I thought I had moved on from it all. I needed to move out again right away once I saw Miss Sherman in her ways. She never took a bath. She always drank coffee and smoked cigarettes. And like she never took a bath in like I believe in like at least 5 years or something, like a long time, longer than that. We all noticed it. The whole family noticed it. So she had to go to the doctor one day, and she had vagina cancer from not taking a bath and smoking too much cigarettes, and she passed away a long time ago. They buried her, and yeah. So Miss Sherman died, and basically she didn't know who I was and didn't know what I was been through. And by the time she died, I was already moved out. Paul was moved out, and I escaped the house. I was finally here at my mom's to seek refuge. Um, I guess Paul wanted to come to seek refuge too. I was still enrolled in Oral Roberts University, and also Paul basically was here for me and Paul were here for about we seek refuge from like the world. It's just terrible that I didn't know I had Stockholm syndrome before it was too late. I completely didn't think about it. So basically we had to like basically move on. So uh, I really didn't want to be with him because his health was declining because he had really bad teeth, and he didn't brush his hair. He wasn't very clean. He didn't take a bath. Like it's hard to make Paul Andy was gonna take a bath. You have to really tell him to take a bath. Uh, he never takes a bath on a schedule. Never. He's just horrible like that. He always wears dirty pants, uh, dirty clothes. He makes people uh, wear the same clothes a lot and not change their clothes. He doesn't change his clothes a lot. He takes off his clothes and like he just actually doesn't have clean clothes every day. He doesn't change his clothes and put clean clothes on every day. he had me and my daughter, basically, not my daughter, but me, wear the same clothes, more days than I should, all because of a stupid quarter machine, and we didn't have enough quarters, really. So we did what we could to have clean clothes every day. Um, we didn't do much to get our clothes dirty. We stayed clean. But he did. He actually had really super dirty pants. He's stinky. He's really stinky. He really is. He's really terribly stinky. And also, anyway, so basically, we got married at the year 2000, September 23rd, 2000. And then also, we were together till the year 2020. But we met on December 4th, 1998, at Miss Sherman's house. And it was on a, I believe Thursday, Friday, or Saturday. And also, we actually, like, got married in the year 2000. So we were married. I put 22 years because um, I kept the anniversaries alive. But Paul Anthony did forget the anniversary dates. He didn't keep track. Uh, I think in that he was not all the way there because he smokes too much marijuana since he was 4 years old, and actually has a marijuana mind, where he like has to uh, deal with his mean mom, who damaged his psyche here, and she was about ready to damage me and my daughter's psyche because me and my daughter are not supposed to be around me.